I'm Brielle Maynor, and I'm the Public Services Director for the MidPointe Library System. The MidPointe Library System covers part of Butler County, basically the eastern half. We serve Westchester Township, Liberty Township, Wayne and Madison Townships, and then the cities of Middletown, Monroe, and Trenton. So our project was ARPA L1522, funded with American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA/Library Services Technology Act funds. We used the grant to purchase what we call our lobby stop van. And so it is a large delivery vehicle, and we had a lift installed on the back so that we can bring carts of materials on board. The intent was also to have some staff capability of looking up materials for folks while they were there at, different facilities and things. We already had a bookmobile that was part of another successful grant application some years before, and it had been very popular. The community loved having it, come to all the different places. The difficulty was, for folks who were older or otherwise had mobility issues, getting up into the bookmobile was not so easy. So this would help us bring materials down to the ground and into a building where people already were, so they could browse more comfortably and look through the materials that we had.
You're welcome. You're welcome to look around and see if you find anything else you might like.
Sit with a staff member, again, in comfort, and find out more about, something they needed from the library, something that they had just heard from a medical appointment. Folks who were, often when you work in a healthcare facility, your schedule is a little bit wonky, so you have a harder time, using the library. So this was also meant as much as a support and an amenity for healthcare workers as it was for folks who are, resident in or frequent users of a healthcare facility. I can't tell you just the times that I've been on board to help out, how many times people have kind of come around the corner and been like, oh, well, what is this? The library's here. And, they're just so tickled, and they're browsing along the different materials that we have. We've been able to give some assistance with, we're right there to help people with their iPads, e-readers, we've been able to give some tech help in that regard as well. Staff at the State Library were a great help in getting all of this together. It was my first experience of myself applying for a grant, and, it was just very well organized, straightforward. By the time we were able to actually get on the road, it was August of 2022. Our first stop, it was 9 people. And at the end of last year, at the last full year that we have, 2024, we were seeing about 13 stops a month. So, about 2 to 3 times a week we're getting out with it now. And we're averaging, 75 people a month. It has grown really in just 2 calendar years and a bit, quite a bit. Anytime we're driving by and we see a new place open, it's like, oh, let's get in touch with them. Let's see if we can bring this to them.
That's so sweet.
How are you, bud?
Not bad, not bad. How are you?
Very good.
This is another encyclopedia.
Okay, so the encyclopedias are the heavy ones.
Oh, yeah.
So that one's the heaviest.
That's the heaviest.
So I'll carry that one.
Okay.
So many facilities and, healthcare places, and they're happy to have us there to offer something else. We're just glad to be out there and show people, what else the library can do and offer. We've had such a response for, kind of the traditional things that people still think of the library for, bringing the carts of materials. And that, of course, we've had great response to that. But I'm really hopeful that we can grow the tech help some more. And, that has become a busier and busier part of our in-branch services. And so clearly there are plenty of folks out there in the world, having devices or trying to navigate online. And if we were to be right there where they, if we show up where they are, we've come to them, we'd love to be able to bring that piece of our service out more regularly.